Hello. So, I want to talk to you about the thing that I've been working on and that I'm very excited about, and that from today, for about 10 days, 10 days, there's a drummer writing me, you can get for a deal. So, how did it come about? What did it come? What? Huh? This. Yeah, me, the guitar player, is doing a drum programming course. Why? Because I know what the fuck I'm doing. This is the thing that I've been wanting to do for years and years and years and years, because I've been programming drums for 30 years. It's part of arranging. It's what I studied. It's actually the thing I know about. I don't know about tape delays and why you should use a boost. I mean, don't tell anyone, but I don't know about guitar stuff. I just do it. But arranging, I know what I'm talking about. And when it comes to drum programming, I know my shit. So I wanted to put this all in a course, but I never had the energy. How do I make money with this? And then Glenn said, oh, by the way, I'm building a website where I'm selling courses and software and stuff like this called Spectre Digital. And if I had any idea for an interesting course. And then I was like, Glenn, the guy who's always like, don't program drums, don't use samples. If he wants to make money, he has to say, yay for drum programming. So I really did the whole thing to troll Glenn. That was the whole idea. And then I started working. 3-4 weeks non-stop, every day, 12 hours doing this course. And it was fun and it was exciting. And I had more and more ideas to share with you guys. So what is it? Who is it for? Well, I'm going to say it's for bass players, vocalists, saxophone players, guitar players, even drummers. Because, yeah, if you can record your drum kit, please record your drum kit. If you have an amazing drummer in a good room and mics and you know what you're doing and the song is all written and the part is written in stone, please record a drum kit. But even if you record a drum kit, up to that point, well, you have to figure out the part, which means you might be sitting there as a drummer playing, okay, but how do you communicate it with the guitar player because he can't record it? Well, you might program it. Pre-production, drum programming. Songwriting, drum programming, all the hip-hoppy artificial stuff, drum programming. Any musician at some point will have to create a beat, a sketch, and program drums in a way. And this can help you to make it not just but actually realistic with all the little details and great sounds. So what are we covering? We're covering, well, I'm not saying we, well, some people are involved, and we'll get to that. The whole first half of the course, which is, by the way, 22 lessons, 15 hours roughly in total. The whole first half is tech stuff. It's covering all the different VSTs that I could get my hands on. There's still one or two that I haven't covered, but we're doing BFD3, we're doing Steven Slade, Superior Drummer, Get Good Drums, Native Instruments, Battery 4, and the built-in drum program in Cubase called Groove Agent. We're doing it all. And mixing that stuff, extracting MIDI information out of actual drum parts, it's all there. And then the second, well, let's look at some of that. Let's look at that. Output, which is probably in this left pane right there. Shank tip, shank tip, shank tip. And then 3 mono. And remember, I'm using ASYXD. Look down here, mono, stereo. So I'm calling up my revision E1176. See in the corner, I'm doing D, which is like 15, velocity of 15. Then if you go to model, there's damping, which is very important sometimes. It's a little bit long. See, doing this, what I'm doing right now, adjusting the volume. You can, of course, do down here. And now I'm defining which ones it's actually taking. Okay, so I'm going to solo this. If you only had this, it would sound horrible. It would almost sound artificial. So you do need this to get a good sound. That's where it's poppig, as we say in German. Very boxy. One of my go-to EQs. And I do the following. It adds additional harmonics, I guess, in the higher frequency range. Okay, so that's all the technical stuff. Let's get that right out of the way. Let's get to the fun stuff. Now I was thinking, what if maybe you don't know what the different parts in a drum kit are and how do you operate them and how does a drummer think? So just doing it on the grid, on the computer screen is easy. Turn the computer on, feed it into my system. That's an easy video to make. But I don't do easy videos. So I called up my friend Martin Henkelmann, Henk, from Campaign Like Clockwork, who hadn't played drums for a year because of Corona. But anyway, I called him up. We set up the drum kit, set up 5 cameras, and everything I'm programming, he's trying to show you why I'm doing it. And then he's showing you how a drummer does it, and I try to. So it's a back and forth, and you see it all done on a real kit. So you understand why, and you start to think like a drummer. And I think that is highly valuable. So we cover the basic grooves. We cover subdivisions of the beat, which is really the trick to get something to sound natural and cool. We do breaks and fills. We do quantization and humanization. We do ghost notes, which is a big part. All the quiet stuff that you don't necessarily hear but feel. We do the interplay between hi-hat and ride, some cool patterns there. We're doing odd time and 6/8. We're doing double bass and blast beat stuff. We're actually taking a whole song recorded in a practice room with like a cell phone or something that they did. Very simple recording. And laying that out, spotting the song, stretching it on the grid so it's all nice in beats per minute and all that stuff. And then I program the whole song so that when the band comes in the studio, we have something to start with. We then, of course, make it better and change it and arrange it. But when the band comes in, there's a layout ready to go to put guitars on. All that is there. Let's take a look at some of these sections right here. Kit, that would go way too far, and I'm lazy. That's the crash we'll be using. There's a beautiful hi-hat, and we even have a hi-hat camera. Do that again. So that should allow us to actually see lots of detail on that. We have 2 toms, let's call it a rack tom and a floor tom. Right here. I want to go to 16th. Bam, I'm on 16th. Here.
That you let the stick somehow bounce back from the finger, or you control it a little bit by your fingers.
You mean like this?
Right.
What is this? Well, 6/6/4. What's 6/6/4? Could that be 3? Let's quickly talk about 8th note swing.
But listening to that beat, the first rough that you programmed sounded somehow unnatural. That would be the fill.
What did you actually do with the toms there?
I tripled them.
I keep my quarter notes happening at the bottom. If I go and do this, it's not easy to do this. Okay, so since my videos are longer and I've already gotten a couple of questions, can we see something so we know what your method is and stuff like this? Let's take, and I don't know what that will be yet. I'm gonna find out when I'm editing. Let's take 3 sections. I'll try to get a minute, 2 or 3, whatever, and 3 little pieces of information for you to see what the course is about and what you can expect. Trust me, if you want to start your journey into drum programming, this isn't going to make you a perfect programmy drummer, clicky mouse drummer. That's what I call mouse drummer. Clicky click overnight, but it's going to start your journey. And let's look at a couple of things I've done, like in a little bit more detail. Hat tip closed. That's not a hat tip closed. That is incorrect, people. Hat pedal, G sharp 1. I'll take that. G sharp 1. That's hi-hat tip open, I would say. A sharp 1. Hat tip open. And obviously, well, I always go from, close to open. That's my thing. Pedal. And of course, you have that right here at your disposal on that instrument track. So let's see. That's not a hi-hat. I don't care. Hi-hat. And we start down here. Closed. It says none. I go to hat. Close tip. Close. Oh, tight. That was tight. Okay. Close tight, close tip. That worked. Next. Brush on that snare. One track, only the brush, but it's very subtle. And I have it all, as you can see, in one drum setting. It's called overhead because that's the first track on the BFD output. A beautiful little picture here of a drum set in my living room. So especially that intro, it's only drums. You're so exposed as a programmer to get that right. So this is what we have. Make this not quite all the way loud because it's not a downbeat, but maybe this. So that would be the groove. Did you hear that in the end? Gung, gung. It kind of brought you back to the beginning. It pushed you over the cliff. Okay? Show only that hi-hat opening so the nice kids out there know what that looks like. So for those of you who don't know, he does that with his foot. He lifts his foot up and then pushes it back down, which brings the two cymbals back together. And what did we do? It is a 3-3-3-3-2-2. 3, 3, 3, then 3 snares, 2 toms, 2 snares. It's disguising the groove a little bit, but it's essentially exactly the emphasis that happened in the 2 measures before. Sounds like something a drummer would play.
Yes.
Ah. Go ahead, do it.
And so on.
Come on!
Would still be a badass drummer, but a little bit more natural.
Yeah. Play a little groove similar to that for us, Hank, so we can see the movement on the actual kit. Doesn't have to be that groove, but something, along those lines.
Try my best.
The emphasis is on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is why the 1 we count in 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The other we count in 6. That is why it's called 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're seeing 4 equally spaced hits. Isn't that weird? Isn't that really weird? If I go and do this, little bit of randomness, little bit more swing, let me see. Let's see what happens. It's not fast, we're taking the speed out, but we're adding heaviness. Weight. Heavy weight. This isn't as weighty as this part. Let's do it again. Now we have a halftime part. Okay, so this is here. This is brand new on Glenn's brand new Spectre Digital site. I want to thank Glenn for being an amazing friend and doing this with me. I want to thank our buddy Alex Nasla, who's doing all the site programming, handling of affiliate links and all that stuff. The guy who did the whole website. And if you encounter any problems with signing up or billing or your course not showing up, stuff like this, please be patient with us. The site is brand new. It will all be fixed in case that happens. I've had some reports, but don't worry about it. It's all good. And Glenn decided instead of the $149 that the course should be, come on, it's about 15 hours of material, $149, that's a joke. He decided we're doing 10 days, $99. That's this many days, $99. That's ridiculous. The course is beautifully laid out on the site, all in 4K, hosted on Vimeo with chapter marks. Talking about chapter marks, my friend Michiel did all the chapter marks for all the videos, put them in. Thank you so much, Michiel. I owe you, I don't know, a Snickers. And I don't know if you like Snickers. So, thank you, Michiel. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Len. Thank you, Hank. Thanks to Leslie, she switched all those sessions where Hank is involved, which must have been extremely boring for her, but now she knows a little bit about drum programming. I am extremely proud of this course. I know it is relevant to a lot of musicians. I know it can make you better at it. And I know there's nothing like that out there. I confidently say that there's nothing like this out there. Now, you're going to see videos on a whole bunch of channels pushing this course on you. Because A, I believe in it. B, I have a lot of good friends that said, okay, we'll help you, spread the word. So please don't be mad at those channels if you see a similar video to this on their channels. All I did is I gave them early access to the course and I said, review it. So they had full freedom to say bad stuff about it, okay? And I wouldn't even be mad. I don't know if I'd be mad. I'd probably be mad. I don't know. Well, I'm going to see when the videos hit. But please don't be mad at this course, that this course is popping up everywhere. I need to make some money. Hopefully this can make me some money. It can make you a better drum programmer. So thank you so much for watching. And because you want it, I'll put some, of course, links below. That's very important. Click those and get the course. and get it until April 25th. Get it until April 25th because it's $99. And animals at the end.